At this point, you should be comfortable with everything you see on the page right here. We have a right angle triangle with the hypotenuse identified, and we have a reference angle with the opposite side and adjacent sides identified. In this situation, we have used the Greek letter theta as a variable to represent the unknown angle. And you have solved for a few unknown sides or possibly angles using this equation right here. But what happens if you don't have the opposite side, but instead have the adjacent side? For example, if we know that this is 23 degrees and the adjacent side is 12, and we are asked to find the hypotenuse, we can't use this sine equation. So we must now use a cosine equation. And we would solve that very similarly to how we would use the sine equation. I want to point out that sine starts with the letter S, opposite starts with the letter O, and hypotenuse starts with the letter H, giving us an acronym SOH or SO. Also, let's point out that cosine starts with A, adjacent starts with H, and hypotenuse starts with, adjacent starts with A and hypotenuse starts with H, giving us the acronym CA. And we would use this to solve for the missing variable x in the triangle you see beside you. If, though, you aren't looking for the hypotenuse, but you're looking for the opposite side, x, and you're given the adjacent, you would then use the tangent equation to find x. And similar to the others, this is where we get the acronym TOA, put together giving us the acronym SOHCAHTOA. Just a mnemonic memory tool to help us determine which of these three trig functions we are going to use, or trig ratio, that we are going to use to find a variable. Now spend some time working with your class to determine which trig ratio or trig equation to use for several different triangles.